There is a quiet secret hiding inside every British supermarket. Somewhere between the breakfast cereals with their bold health claims and the protein bars engineered to taste like dessert, genuine food still exists. Food that has not been processed beyond recognition, bulked out with fillers, or wrapped in marketing designed to make something ordinary sound medicinal. You will not find it on the promotional displays. It will not be advertised during the television breaks. The products we are about to discuss do not have multi-million-pound marketing budgets because they do not need them. They are simply good food, available right now in the supermarket you visit every week at prices that will not surprise you. Today we are revealing 25 of the best genuine superfoods available in UK supermarkets right now. And at the end, a word about the fake health foods that have been quietly taking your money for years. Let us begin. Number 1. Beetroot. Your circulatory system is the foundation of everything your body does. Energy production, healing, immune function, organ performance, and cognitive clarity all depend on healthy circulation. Without good blood flow, nothing in your body works as well as it should. Beetroot contains natural nitrates that the body converts into nitric oxide, a compound that relaxes and widens blood vessels, improving circulation throughout the entire system, better delivery of oxygen and nutrients to every cell. For older adults, that improvement in circulation has a direct effect on energy levels, physical recovery, and mental sharpness. Studies have shown that beetroot consumption supports cognitive function and mental clarity through improved blood flow to the brain, not as a miracle treatment, as a simple, accessible, inexpensive food that does something genuinely useful for the system that underpins everything else. Available in every supermarket, fresh or pre-cooked. A small note for anyone buying it for the first time. Pink urine after eating beetroot is entirely normal. It is called beeturia and indicates your body is processing the pigments. It is harmless. One caution for anyone prone to kidney stones or managing oxalate issues. Cooked beetroot is preferable to raw beetroot juice in those circumstances. This is not an exotic ingredient. It is not expensive. It does not require specialist preparation. It is a root vegetable available for less than £1 in every supermarket in the country that genuinely supports the single most important system in your body. Number 2. Biona organic rye bread. 54% of bread samples tested in the UK contained multiple pesticide residues. Wheat is one of the most heavily sprayed crops in British agriculture, treated with fungicides both before and after harvest. These pesticides are systemic, absorbed into the plant tissue itself. They are in the flour. They survive the baking process. They are in your bread. You cannot wash them out and you cannot bake them away. Biona organic rye bread is made with 100% organic ingredients, organic flour, organic seeds, no pesticides, no artificial additives, nothing beyond what bread genuinely requires. It contains 9 grams of fiber per 100 grams, 3 times more than broccoli. Traditional stone-ground flour delivers proper slow-release energy that keeps you satisfied for hours rather than the rapid blood sugar rise and fall that follows white processed bread. It is denser than standard white sliced bread. That density is not a flaw. It is what actual bread feels like when it has not been aerated with emulsifiers and processed for maximum softness and minimum nutritional value. Available in most major supermarkets and health food stores, it is one of the most genuinely nutritious breads available anywhere on British supermarket shelves. Number 3. Plain kefir, organic whole milk from Graham's, and Dutchy organic range. 3 products that belong together because they share the same principle. Genuine dairy from cows raised properly, with standards you can verify, at prices that are more accessible than most people assume. Graham's Organic Milk is a Scottish dairy brand certified by the Soil Association, available in Tesco, Sainsbury's, Asda and Waitrose. Their cows graze on organic pastures without synthetic pesticides or fertilizers, and the grass-fed diet naturally increases the omega-3 content of the milk. No routine antibiotics, better animal welfare, competitively priced against other organic milk brands. The Duchy organic range at Waitrose was established by King Charles when he was Prince of Wales, before organic food was fashionable. Over 300 products, all Soil Association certified. What makes Duchy particularly remarkable is the pricing. Duchy organic products are frequently the same price as their non-organic conventional equivalents sitting beside them on the same shelf. Organic food at standard supermarket prices. That combination is rare and worth taking advantage of whenever you shop at Waitrose. Number 4. Quality extra virgin olive oil. 3 rules. Dark glass bottle. Harvest date on the label. Single origin. Dark glass protects the oil from light degradation that begins the moment a clear bottle sits under supermarket lighting. If the oil is in a clear container, it has already been losing quality throughout its entire time on the shelf. The harvest date tells you when the olives were pressed. Olive oil is best consumed within 18 months of harvest. Without a harvest date, you have no way of knowing whether the oil is 3 months old or 3 years old and rancid. If there is no harvest date, that absence is itself information about the producer's transparency. Single origin means the label specifies exactly where the oil comes from. A named region in Andalusia, Tuscany, or Kalamata. If the label says product of the EU or blend of EU oils, the contents could be anything from anywhere, mixed together to hit a price point. Real extra virgin olive oil has a peppery, slightly bitter finish. If the oil tastes bland and smooth, it is low grade or has been diluted. Look for PDO or PGI certification as an additional quality indicator. Expect to pay approximately £6 rather than £3. You are paying for the genuine product, not the industrial approximation. Number 5. Organic eggs certified by the Soil Association. After decades of misguided nutritional advice about eggs and cholesterol, the evidence has settled and the egg has been properly rehabilitated. It is one of the most complete and accessible sources of protein available, containing virtually every nutrient the human body requires in meaningful quantities. Soil Association certified organic eggs are the highest welfare standard available in UK supermarkets. No routine antibiotics, no growth promoters, smaller flock sizes meaning better conditions for the hens, chemical-free feed. You will find them at Waitrose under the Duchy brand, at Marks and Spencer, and in the organic sections at Sainsbury's and Tesco. They cost approximately 70 pence more than standard free range. For that additional 70 pence, you are getting the highest animal welfare standard the British food system currently offers, and eggs produced without the routine chemical interventions that are standard practice in conventional egg production. Number 6. Lentils, beans and chickpeas. 40 pence per tin. One of the most complete nutritional packages available anywhere in the supermarket at any price point. High in fiber, high in plant protein, slow-release energy, genuinely filling. The base for curries, stews, soups and salads that cost next to nothing and taste significantly better than their price suggests. If you want to reduce meat consumption for budgetary or health reasons and you have not yet discovered what a properly made lentil curry tastes like, that discovery will change how you think about cooking from scratch. Real food. 1 ingredient. Nothing you cannot pronounce. Compare that to the high-protein ready meals at £3.50 per serving with 18 ingredients. Many of them functional additives designed to make a mediocre product shelf-stable rather than nutritious. Lentils beat those products on nutrition, cost, and flavor. Check the tin and confirm the only ingredient is the legume itself. The same applies to tinned beans and chickpeas. Stock the cupboard. They last indefinitely and form the foundation of genuinely good food. Number 7. Organic soft citrus. Satsumas, clementines, and mandarins. 96%. That is the proportion of conventional soft citrus tested in UK supermarkets found to contain multiple pesticide residues, the highest contamination rate of any food category tested. These are systemic pesticides absorbed into the flesh of the fruit itself, not surface residues that can be washed away, not something that disappears when you peel it. The pesticide is inside the fruit you are eating. Organic soft citrus avoids this entirely. No synthetic pesticides, no fungicides, no post-harvest chemical treatments. You will find organic satsumas, clementines, and mandarins in most major supermarkets at approximately £1 more than conventional alternatives. Number 8. Raw kimchi from brands such as Vadas. If the flavor of kimchi does not appeal to you immediately, consider treating it as medicine rather than a meal to enjoy. It will keep you away from the doctor, which is arguably a less enjoyable situation than eating spicy fermented cabbage. Kimchi is fermented cabbage with chili, garlic, ginger, and salt. When it is raw and unpasteurized, it is a live food packed with billions of beneficial bacteria that support gut health, digestion, immunity, and energy. The problem is that most kimchi sold in supermarkets has been pasteurized, meaning heated to extend shelf life. That heating process destroys every live culture. You are left with spicy pickled cabbage and none of the benefits. Raw, unpasteurized kimchi must be kept refrigerated. If a product is on a regular ambient shelf, at room temperature, it has been pasteurized. It is no longer alive. Vadas produces genuine raw kimchi and is available in Tesco, Sainsbury's, and some Waitrose stores, typically in the refrigerated section near salads or international foods. Added to rice, eggs, noodles, or salads in 30 seconds. The condiment that most people walk straight past is one of the most genuinely functional foods in the entire supermarket. Number 9. Wild-caught Alaskan salmon, particularly sockeye. This is the entry where the price gap between what you are paying and what you are receiving becomes most stark in the best possible way. Wild Pacific salmon, including Alaskan sockeye, coho, and pink varieties, grow entirely in their natural ocean environment. They receive no antibiotics, no pesticides, no artificial feed. A 2017 study that raised serious concerns about farmed salmon found that wild salmon presented a clean bill of health with no significant contamination concerns. Wild Alaskan fisheries are among the best managed in the world, operating under strict quotas with genuine sustainability monitoring. The deep orange-red color of wild salmon comes naturally from astaxanthin in their diet of krill and small fish. Farmed salmon is frequently given synthetic astaxanthin to produce the color consumers expect. With wild salmon, the color is simply what it is. Look specifically for the words wild-caught Alaskan or wild Pacific on the label. Atlantic salmon means farmed. The price difference is real. The difference in what you are actually buying is also real. Number 10. Biotiful plain kefir. Real kefir is one of the most genuinely remarkable gut health foods available in British supermarkets, and most people walk straight past it on their way to the small expensive bottles of single-culture probiotic drinks that sit nearby. Biotiful Kefir, one of the most widely stocked genuine kefir brands in UK supermarkets, contains over 14 live cultures. Yakult, the probiotic drink most British shoppers recognise, contains one culture and approximately 3 teaspoons of added sugar per tiny bottle. Same refrigerator shelf, completely different propositions. The distinction between real kefir and cultured dairy drinks marketed as kefir is important. Real kefir made with traditional kefir grains contains a significantly more diverse range of beneficial bacteria and yeasts than products made with starter cultures. That diversity is the point. Your gut microbiome benefits from variety. Buy plain unsweetened kefir exclusively, the flavored versions contain added sugar that counteracts the gut health benefits you are buying it for. If you want it slightly sweeter, add your own berries or a small amount of honey. You control what goes in. Biotiful is available in most major supermarkets, usually in the yogurt section. Number 11. Green tea or matcha. 2.5 pence per cup. That is the cost of a bag of green tea. £3.50 for those wellness shots positioned strategically near the supermarket checkout. Same broad category of health benefit. One costs essentially nothing. The other is positioned, priced, and marketed to exploit the growing number of people who know they should be doing something good for their health and are willing to pay for the feeling of having done it. Green tea contains catechins, plant compounds that have been extensively studied for their health properties. Matcha is ground whole green tea leaf, more concentrated and proportionally more powerful. Both are available in every supermarket. A box of 80 green tea bags costs approximately £2. If you are sensitive to caffeine, decaffeinated green tea provides many of the same benefits. The wellness shot at £3.50 will not do more for you than the bag that costs pennies. That is precisely why the wellness shot needs to cost £3.50. Number 12. Whole Earth 100% peanut butter. One ingredient, peanuts. That is the entire test for peanut butter, and Whole Earth passes it. Pick up a jar of Sunpat or Skippy and read the label. Peanuts, sugar, palm oil, vegetable oil, salt, and a stabilizer. None of those additional ingredients improve the product. They exist to prevent the natural oils from separating, which means you never have to stir it. The inconvenience of stirring a jar of peanut butter has been solved by adding sugar and industrial stabilizers. That is the trade you are making when you choose the mainstream brands. Whole Earth produces peanut butter that is genuinely peanuts, sometimes with a pinch of sea salt. The organic version uses peanuts grown without the fungicides heavily applied to conventional peanuts, which grow underground and are particularly prone to mold. Whole Earth is available in most supermarkets at approximately the same price as mainstream alternatives. One ingredient. If the jar you are holding contains more than that, put it back. Number 13. Plain jumbo oats. £1.50 for a kilogram of jumbo oats. One ingredient. Oats. Nothing else on the label because nothing else belongs there. Compare that to Special K at £4 for 500 grams. Sugary flakes with a vitamin spray applied during manufacturing, marketed as a health food. Or protein granola at £5 for 500 grams, 15 grams of sugar per serving, plus palm oil, and a list of ingredients that requires reading twice to get through. Plain jumbo oats are high in fiber, deliver slow-release energy that sustains you until lunch, and cost so little that the contrast with the branded breakfast cereal sitting beside them on the shelf becomes almost embarrassing once you have seen it clearly. They have no marketing team behind them. They need none. Make porridge, overnight oats, add them to smoothies, use them in baking. Every supermarket stocks them. This is the breakfast that the cereal industry would rather you overlooked. Number 14. Plain Greek yogurt or skaya. 2 ingredients, milk and live yogurt cultures. That is everything genuine Greek yogurt needs to contain, and the best versions contain nothing else. Pick up a pot of total Greek yogurt and read the label. Milk, live yogurt cultures. Now, pick up a Muller corner from the same shelf. 18 ingredients, including glucose, fructose syrup, modified starch, and thickeners. Same aisle, same refrigerator, completely different foods masquerading under the same broad category of yogurt. Plain Greek yogurt and Skyr are high in protein, low in sugar, and deliver beneficial live cultures that support gut health. The flavored versions are loaded with added sugar that defeats every health benefit the base product provides. Buy plain and unsweetened. Add your own berries, small amount of honey, or pinch of cinnamon if you want sweetness. You control exactly what goes in. Use it as a sour cream replacement in cooking. Add it to smoothies. Have it with fruit and nuts for breakfast. Genuinely versatile, genuinely nutritious, and available in every supermarket. Number 15. Frozen vegetables, particularly broccoli, spinach, and peas. The same principle that applies to frozen berries applies here with equal force. Fresh broccoli that has spent several days in transit and on a supermarket shelf has already lost a significant proportion of its vitamin content. Frozen broccoli, harvested and frozen within hours, frequently contains more vitamins than its fresh equivalent by the time both reach your kitchen. No waste. You use precisely what you need and return the rest to the freezer. No guilt about a bag of spinach going soft in the refrigerator by Wednesday. A bag of frozen broccoli costs approximately £1 and provides multiple servings. Every major supermarket carries a comprehensive frozen vegetable range. Stock the freezer thoroughly and use it consistently. It is not a compromise. In nutritional terms, it is frequently the superior choice. Number 16. Frozen berries. Here is something that the fresh produce section has been quietly hoping you never work out. The freshest fruit in the supermarket is very often in the freezer aisle. Fresh berries are picked, transported, stored in distribution facilities, and sit on shelves, progressively losing the nutrients that made them valuable in the first place. Frozen berries are picked at peak ripeness and flash frozen within hours. That process locks in the nutrients at their highest point. Studies have found that frozen blueberries retain antioxidant levels comparable to freshly picked fruit, sometimes exceeding fresh berries that have spent a week in transit and on a shelf. A frozen bag costs approximately £2 and produces no waste. The fresh punnet that costs £4 and goes soft by Thursday, replaced by a bag that lasts a year in the freezer. For porridge, smoothies, yogurt, or baking, frozen berries are nutritionally equal or superior and significantly cheaper. The freezer aisle is one of the most genuinely undervalued sections of any British supermarket. Number 17. Mushrooms, the vegetable that eats like meat. Mushrooms deliver an umami, savory depth that makes meals satisfying in a way that few other plant foods can match. They are also one of the very few non-animal sources of vitamin D, particularly when they have been exposed to sunlight during growing, something that certain brands now mention on their packaging. High in fiber, B vitamins, and selenium. A standard pack costs perhaps approximately 80 to 90 pence. In stews, curries, pasta dishes, and stir-fries, mushrooms function as a meat replacement that reduces the cost of a meal without reducing its satisfaction. For anyone looking to eat less meat for budgetary or health reasons, mushrooms are the most straightforward and most versatile starting point available. Number 18. Bayona organic tinned tomatoes and beans. Most standard food tins are lined with BPA, a chemical linked to hormone disruption that has been banned in baby bottles across many countries but remains legal in adult food packaging in the UK. Most tinned vegetables and legumes also come from crops heavily treated with pesticides. Bayona uses BPA-free tins and certified organic ingredients. Their tinned tomatoes contain organic tomatoes and a small amount of salt. Their beans contain organic beans and water. No added sugar, no preservatives, no unnecessary additions. The cost is approximately 40 pence more than a standard tin. For a staple that forms the base of dozens of meals across the year, avoiding both pesticide residues and BPA lining. Chemistry for that small additional cost is one of the most straightforward decisions available. Biona is now stocked in most major supermarkets, typically in the organic or world foods aisle. Stock the cupboard with their tinned tomatoes, chickpeas, kidney beans, and black beans. They last indefinitely and form the foundation of genuinely good cooking. Number 19. Chia seeds. Before anything else, one instruction that must not be ignored: always soak them first. Chia seeds can expand to 10 times their original size when they absorb liquid. If consumed dry, they can cause serious blockages in the esophagus, particularly for anyone who has experienced swallowing difficulties. This is not a theoretical concern. There are published medical reports of exactly this occurring. Soaked overnight in milk or a milk alternative, chia seeds form a gel-like texture that is entirely safe, easy to digest, and genuinely impressive nutritionally. Rich in omega-3 fatty acids, fiber, and protein. Chia pudding, made with soaked chia seeds, milk, and a small amount of honey, is one of the simplest, genuinely nutritious desserts you can prepare. 1 tablespoon mixed with 3 tablespoons of water also replaces 1 egg in baking. Available in most supermarkets for approximately £2 per 200 grams. Always soaked, never dry. Number 20. Pumpkin seeds and mixed seeds. Small, inexpensive, and extraordinarily nutrient-dense. Pumpkin seeds are loaded with magnesium, zinc, and iron. A small daily handful delivers a meaningful mineral boost that most people are not getting from their regular diet. They provide a satisfying crunch as an alternative to crisps and work well sprinkled on yogurt, porridge, soups, or salads. A 200-gram bag costs approximately £1.50. Choose or lightly toasted versions without heavy salting. The heavily salted and flavored varieties add sodium and unnecessary ingredients that offset the nutritional value. Mixed seed combinations offer variety across omega-3s, zinc, and other minerals, making them an easy addition to almost any meal without altering the flavor significantly. Number 21. Clipper Organic Tea. Most people in Britain drink tea every single day. That daily habit involves 2 things that most shoppers have never considered. First, conventional tea plantations are heavily sprayed with pesticides that end up in the cup. Second, most standard tea bags contain polypropylene, a plastic used to seal the bag. Every cup made with a standard tea bag leaches microplastics into the drink. Clipper uses unbleached, plant-based, fully biodegradable tea bags with no plastic. Their tea is certified organic, meaning no pesticides. They have held Fairtrade certification since 1994, meaning the workers who grow the tea are paid fairly and not exploited. A box of Clipper sits on the same shelf as PG Tips at approximately the same price. The difference is plastic in your tea versus none. Pesticide residues versus none. Clipper is stocked in Tesco, Sainsbury's, Morrison's, and the Co-op. It is one of the easiest swaps available in the entire weekly shop. Number 22. Fresh ginger root. 60 pence for a piece that lasts 3 weeks in the refrigerator. Ginger has been used across cultures for thousands of years to address nausea, support digestion, and reduce inflammation, and the evidence behind those traditional uses has grown considerably in recent decades. For travel sickness, digestive discomfort, or an unsettled stomach, fresh ginger steeped in hot water is among the most effective and accessible natural remedies available. Grate it into curries, stir-fries, soups, or smoothies. A small amount contributes both flavor and genuine benefit. Compare 60 pence for a piece that lasts weeks to the ginger wellness shots sold near the checkout at £2.50 each, same active ingredient. One is straightforward food, the other is pure marketing. Fresh ginger root is in every supermarket, usually near the garlic and onions in the vegetable section. Number 23, plain walnuts. The highest plant-based omega-3 content of any nut available in British supermarkets. Walnuts are rich in alpha-linolenic acid, loaded with antioxidants, and have been linked in research to improved cognitive function and cardiovascular health. For older adults, those two benefits alone make them worth incorporating into a daily routine. The rule is simple: plain and unsalted only. Honey-roasted walnuts, candied walnuts, chocolate-covered walnuts, all of these are coated in sugar, vegetable oils, and unnecessary additives. You are paying extra for ingredients that undermine the nutritional value of what you started with. Plain walnuts added to porridge, yogurt, or a salad, or simply eaten as a mid-morning snack, deliver everything the nut was designed to deliver. Every supermarket stocks them. A bag costs between £2.50 and £3. Number 24. Ground flaxseed. More omega-3 per ounce than salmon. But there is one critical requirement that most people overlook entirely. It must be ground. Whole flax seeds pass straight through the digestive system unbroken. You receive zero nutritional benefit. Ground flaxseed, also sold as milled flaxseed or flax meal, delivers alpha-linolenic acid, a plant-based omega-3, alongside significant fiber and plant compounds studied for numerous health benefits. Add it to porridge, yogurt, or smoothies. Use it in baking. 1 tablespoon mixed with 3 tablespoons of water and left for a few minutes forms a gel that replaces 1 egg in almost any recipe. Available in most supermarkets in the health food or baking aisle. A bag costs approximately £2 and lasts several weeks. Just confirm it is ground rather than whole before you buy it. Number 25. Organic pears. 81% of regular pears tested in UK supermarkets contain pesticide residues. That is not a minor concern. Pears have thin skin that absorbs systemic pesticides easily, and they are frequently waxed after harvest, which traps chemical residues on the surface. Unlike surface contamination that can be washed away, systemic pesticides are absorbed into the fruit itself. You cannot peel them away. Organic pears avoid all of this entirely. No synthetic pesticides, no post-harvest waxing with questionable chemical compounds. You will find them in most major supermarkets, typically around 50 pence to £1 more per bag than conventional alternatives. Given a contamination rate that high, that small premium represents one of the most straightforward and justifiable swaps available in the entire shop. Now, a brief word about the fake health foods quietly taking your money every week. The supermarket shelves are full of products that have been designed to look and feel like health food while delivering something considerably less valuable. Protein granola at £5 for 500 grams, containing 15 grams of sugar per serving. Wellness shots at £3.50 each, delivering what a 2p tea bag or 60p ginger root provides. Low-fat yogurts, where the fat has been removed and replaced with sugar and modified starch to compensate for the resulting blandness. Flavored kefir and probiotic drinks loaded with added sugar that undermine the gut health benefits they are sold on. High-protein ready meals at premium prices with ingredient lists full of stabilizers, emulsifiers, and functional additives that exist to make a mediocre product shelf-stable rather than nutritious. The pattern is consistent. Take something people know they should be doing for their health. Create a product that addresses that instinct. Price it at a premium. Market it with claims and imagery that suggest medical-level benefit. And rely on the fact that most shoppers will not read past the front of the packaging. The genuine superfoods on this list share one characteristic. They do not need to tell you they are healthy on the front of the packaging because the ingredient list on the back already does that job. One ingredient, two ingredients. Real food that your grandparents would have recognized without any explanation. That is the test. And now you know which products pass it.